So Xbox One mods finally became live the other day through Bethesda.net. Now I was hoping to bring an impressions video to you a lot sooner than this, however the servers crashed on the first day and I wasn't actually able to log in or do anything to do with downloading mods or even looking for them. Everything seems to be working fairly okay at the moment though. Some mods don't download and you just have to come back out and go back into game, and they tend to start downloading. And personally, I'm actually quite impressed with what I've seen so far. There are many issues with the system and Bethesda.net, and we'll go over those in a minute. But in terms of having mods on a console, I am very impressed that it's actually achievable, and they work relatively well. Now let's not kid ourselves here, there are many limitations with having mods on the console. For example, you do only get a 2GB limit, so you do have to be careful with what you're picking and choosing to have mods on. But 2 gigs is actually quite a bit, considering you can have quite a lot of weapons and armors within that 2 gigabytes. There's also the performance issue, and we'll go over that as well, because on console Fallout 4 doesn't particularly handle well, and to be fair, it doesn't handle that well on PC in certain areas as well. So having these mods on has stressed the system a little bit. I haven't got too many on at the moment, but some of the texture mods and mods like Grasslands does hit the frame rate a little bit more than it does just having the vanilla game. You'll also notice that your load times have probably extended a little bit, and that's because the console's got to load that extra information in. So let's jump in here and take a quick look at the mods page or device system settings thing that you get in game. You get a quick disclaimer telling you about how your experience will be affected by mods, and remember, you won't be getting any of those achievements while using mods in your game. And when you log in, you have the first 2 rows visible here, which is your library and your favorites. They're very similar, though with the library, this is anything that you add to your library, say from searching for mods, and you can do it from Bethesda.net as well. So it's not necessarily things that you have installed and downloaded, it can be things you've just, say, favorited for a later date, which is strange that we've got the favorite section as well at the bottom here, but you know, that's the system they've gone for. So to know if a mod's active and installed, you can see the tick there to show it's active and the little down pointing arrow to say it's downloaded. So for example, we've got the Ring of Experience here. It's not been downloaded, it's not installed, but it's in my library, save for later. Maybe I want to check this out and see what it does. Then you've got your favorites. Again, you can favorite mods to put them in this list. Not entirely sure. Maybe you want a short list of your library mods, so you favorite them to put them down here, so you've got a nice little short list. So you can quickly install them, maybe for a different character, I don't know. And then going further down, we've got most popular this week, popular all time, highest rated, most followed, latest, animals, and then we're into the categories here of alphabetical order, going through all of the available mods. And as you can see, this system's great if you're looking for a mod that's highly rated, etc., that's just suddenly been uploaded, but it's not great for searching for everything. It's very clunky, very messy, and it's a little bit better viewed on PC at Bethesda.net, but not much better. It's not as good as things as like Nexus mods, which again isn't a most fantastic system, but it is a lot easier to search for things on there and look up mods. But then again, that's why channels like mine exist, is to showcase mods, so hopefully that you don't miss anything. So that's the mod interface. Bit clunky, bit messy, but good enough for now, I guess, to be getting on with. And we've also got a load order down here as well. If you press Y, brings up your load order. Quite important to know your load order. Make sure that if you do download a mod, you read the mod page, and if it specifically tells you to load this mod last, then you should generally do it. If you don't, you might get conflicts in your game, you might get crashes, and if you do experience those things, then it's best to check the load order first. And you can also see here in the top right, that's your space allowed and space used for mods currently installed. So you can see I've got 663 megs used and 1.35 gigs available. Again, the closer you get to that limit, I suspect the longer your load time will be in game. So where are we currently at with console mods? Obviously it's in a very early stage of development, and there are a few kinks that need to be worked out in the system first before we probably see the full power of mods on console. But early impressions are it's very surprising. At least for me, I am pretty much taken away from the fact that we can have mods on console. It's something that I've always wondered whether it be possible, I have no idea how it would be possible, but it seems the guys at Bethesda have done a fairly decent job of integrating it into the Xbox One so far. It is a very strange feeling when I first loaded up the game and put, say, Grasslands on, which we're seeing now, and actually walking around in a Fallout 4 that I wasn't used to seeing when switching onto the Xbox One. And for me, it was a fantastic feeling. It feels a little bit like an evolution in console gaming. If other games are able to incorporate mods into them, then we could see a great future for console gaming, and maybe something that puts it on par with PC at the moment. It's still obviously a long way off. Performance on the console is nowhere near what you can get on the PC, obviously, and the inclusion of mods are only going to affect that performance more. But of course, E3 is just around the corner, and both Microsoft and Sony are preparing to reveal, possibly at E3, their next tier in consoles. So something that is still an Xbox One or a PS4, but packs a little bit more of a punch in terms of performance. So we could see something that could handle games a lot better than they currently do. One of the main reasons that I play Fallout 4, Fallout 3, New Vegas, Skyrim, Oblivion on the PC is because of mods. Not just because it means that I'm getting more content, better graphics here and there, maybe updating and refreshing things after I've completed the vanilla game, but because of the community as well. Modders are a great community. There are a lot of them out there. Some of them are a little bit dickish, some of them are really friendly, but what they achieve and what they create is absolutely amazing. It gives you more power over your game to play it how you want to play it. And on that note, if you do download and use mods, please do remember to endorse them if you're on Nexus Mods, or rate them if you're on Bethesda.net. It supports the mod author by giving the mod some recognition and just helps and encourages them to keep doing what they're doing. And if you do find yourself using mod authors frequently, using their work all the time, then please obviously do support them. You can give donations in PayPal, etc. Many of them have these functions set up so you can support their work and obviously push them to achieve greater things. And lastly, there's something that I'm going to mention that I didn't actually think I would have to, though logically it was definitely going to happen at some point. But please don't upload other mod authors' work. If you haven't created the mod, if you haven't put the work, the time and the effort and the dedication into creating that mod, please don't upload it as your own. It's not your work, that's technically stealing, and it just fobs off other mod authors. And to be honest, it's peed me off a little bit that it's happened and is currently happening on Bethesda.net, etc. That needs to be locked down somehow because it's ridiculous. And people are asking apparently as well for donations for the work that isn't theirs. And that's just not on, guys. If you come across a mod like that you know is by another mod author and doesn't clearly have permission stated on that mod page, on that description, that it's been uploaded on their behalf, report it. Please, and obviously let the original mod author know so they can do something about it as well. So please don't upload any work that isn't yours unless you have direct permission from the mod author. And that also goes with using assets in your own mods. Please make sure that you're following the relative permissions for using assets from other mods in your own creations. So that's my impression of modding on consoles in its early stage. It's good, it's bad, it's very ugly in parts concerning the actual mod interface, but it is an evolution, I believe, in console gaming. I think it really does have the potential to change the way we play games on console, and I'm hoping it does. I really am hoping that we see this in other games in the future, especially when you see the kind of work going on the workshop on Steam. There are tons of games on there that have mod support. Just quickly off the bat, here's a game, straight away here's some mods. It's a great system. Again, not the best system for downloading and installing again, but that is where I hope consoles can eventually go in the future. However, this may see the inclusion of paying for mods, etc., but that's another issue and something to talk about another time. Of course, I will be covering console mods on the channel, so you can expect to see Xbox One mods pop up here and there. If there is a counterpart to any of the PC mods that I cover, obviously you'll see some Xbox One footage on those as well, and you'll be able to tell if there is Xbox One mods in there by the title, the description, and also the thumbnail. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please do obviously leave it a like and let me know your views on console modding down in the comments. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.